Like this, no expression, like you don't know what way to take him. Like, so I'm just like, I need someone to react. Do you know that kind of way? I need someone to react to make me feel better, but Anthony's not going to react.
It's funny that Anthony's after taking the position he has with the post on the bed, because that is actually the position the woman has been seen in, holding on to the post.
I'll be very disappointed if I get a good night's sleep. I want doors banging and balls rolling, and I want to be locked in the bathroom for about half an hour. That'd be great.
Anthony he's very involved in fantasies that go on in his head, so he's very involved in his inner world.
I don't think I'll get much sleep tonight. I'll have to wait and see.
Soon the group will split, but first a trip deep into the dungeon where two more will be spending the night.
A lot of torture did go on here, so it is quite possible to pick up on pain. It is one of the things that I have picked up here. Screams have been heard, as if they were coming from the walls. In olden times, certain people had the castle in ownership. It was part of the law of the land that they had to hire people for a year contract. At the end of the year, they used to have what was known as the Last Supper. And the reason it was known as the Last Supper was because at the end of the 12 months, you were given a pat on the back and you were never seen again. Those people would have been slaughtered down here.
The dungeon is screaming out for visitors, but who will it be?
Bernadette and Sean, you're going to be staying to see how you get on.
People were slaughtered here.
The dark side.
Bernadette would have described herself as being very spiritual, and she said at the beginning that, you know, that she's thought a lot more about these things since her father died, and also since she has her own daughter. So since she became a mother, she's become a lot more anxious, and also wants to understand more about what happens after death.
Well, staying with Bernadette, I don't know. She's been constantly falling asleep on the bus, so I kind of hope she stays awake for all of it, because I'll be kicking her awake definitely if I'm not asleep for sure.
I'm completely happy with staying down there and completely relaxed. I completely shocked myself because I thought I'd be the opposite now. I did think I wouldn't want to stay down there, especially it's a dungeon. Like, you know, good things don't happen in a dungeon.
Hearing the screams in the walls and all that, that'll be something freaky, all right.
Let's take Sean. I think when he came, he was very much sitting on the fence. You know, he's thinking, okay, what am I doing here? What's going on? Should I believe this? I think he probably feels safe with Bernadette.
That leaves Jean, Nabila and her nabbies, and they are in for a feast of frights.
Now, you are now entering the Great Hall of the O'Carrolls, commonly referred to as the Banqueting Hall, the host of many parties over the years. The most famous story that goes with the Banqueting Hall is the story of Father Hugh, who was an Augustinian monk. One of the previous staff, when she would come over to set up tables and that, when they'd come back for a final check before the guests arrived, half the cutlery would be missing. So finally she lost her temper one day and said, right, who's in the hall? And 6'6" monk appeared in front of her. In here I have experienced the temperature dropping, and it's a different type of cold. It's not just the chill of a September night. And I'm actually going to pick yourself and yourself. You're going to be staying the night in the banqueting hall.
Wait, me and him?
No, two girls.
I'm a bit scared because of the person I'm staying with, just because she's very quiet and just makes me feel really anxious.
Nabilia's very low on trust. When she was told that she would be sharing with Jean, she was immediately very worried and scared, I think, because Jean is very, very quiet.
I don't know, we'll just see what happens, how I feel when I'm in there. With everyone gone and the lights off and only candles. I could feel a cold breeze going through my legs, even though we weren't anywhere near a window in the hall. There's definitely a presence in this whole castle.
Medium Gillian will give the group a grounding ceremony, vital for any ghost hunter.
If you just imagine yourself looking at your bare feet, and if you spot roots coming out of the soles of your feet and growing on down into the earth, the grounding kind of keeps us between the two worlds. Then obviously we have the protection. There is a nasty side, unfortunately, to psychic work. So especially with a group that are starting off on their ability, it's very important to protect them from that. Now, in your mind, I want you to ask your guide to come forward. Just say, I want my guide to let me know you're there.
Gillian wants everyone to identify their spirit guide. We all have one, apparently. These guides will help the group communicate with the resident spirits.
Now ask your guide for their name, and the first name that pops into your head, go with it.
When we were with Gillian around the table and she was grounding us, I did feel a force or energy. I did feel that was really unusual, and I did get my name of my spirit guide. My part passed away and she was very close to me, and I've always thought of her as kind of a guardian to me or something like that, so I thought it might have been Maggie, that was her name. But then Lawrence popped into my head, which was pretty random, so...
I heard the name Georgia, and I also kind of heard George as well, so I'm not really sure which it is. And now I'm thinking it might be Georgette.
Okay, you could open your eyes. You didn't get a name.
I got Ben.
You have a monk looking after you called Benedine. You didn't get the full name. That's what it is.
Before you said your name. When we were talking to Gillian at the start, I felt really lightheaded and really uneasy.
Now I did feel like I was, my eyes felt like I kind of, it was almost like a release.
You seem to be a little bit nervous.
Yeah, I am.
The most nervous one I was on.
I definitely don't think I'm going to sleep tonight, and I definitely don't think I'm going to be going to the bathroom. And I am definitely wearing nappies because the toilets are dark. And I'm sure Jean doesn't want to come with me to the toilets.
Unless Nabila actually goes and starts searching for things to confirm that the world is another way, she's going to carry on that way. And she's probably going to actively have to look for somebody to help her with that.
So nappy girl Nabila might need help. Maybe not from this guy, though.
I know every nook and cranny in the place, and like there's places now I could show you that you will get freaked. Even I don't go into it. Fair play to the six of them now. You would not catch me doing this, not a fear would I do this. They're brave. Now, you might have different story at the end of the night, but sure, you can wait and see what happens.
Coming up in part 2, Anthony and Glenn hang out by the hanging tree.
What is it? Actually, just someone standing there.
Go away. Oh, Jesus.
Unwelcome visitors in the banqueting hall.
Oh, God, that was freaky.
Will this glass move if we all take our fingers off?
And Bernadette finds it hard to believe.
If I was going home right now, I'd be going home a complete non-believer.